This question is asking us about vectors, and it may be the type of question that takes a high ACT score to even higher, because vectors aren't covered in all high school math situations, usually may be found towards the end of a pre-calculus class. But it says, given vectors A have the components 3 comma negative 4, and B have the components 5 comma 2, what is their dot product A dot B? So the dot product is a type of multiplication, and it has some application in law of cosines, in matrices, and in physics. So you could see that in a different context. But what the dot product is it's the sum of the product of the corresponding components. All right? So let's show what that might look like. So if we did A dot B, then the corresponding components would be just like, you're treating these just like they're x comma y. If there was a third one, it would be z. But the corresponding components are these two pieces in the first position, or the x position, and then corresponding components are these two pieces in the second position, or the y position. So it may look like this. The x component of A times the x component of B, that's a product, and again, it's the sum of the product of those corresponding components. So now we add, and then we do the y component of A times the y component of B. Okay, so if we just wrote these, this is A, the x component, this is the y component of A, this would be the x component of B, and this would be the y component of B. Now we can just fill in those pieces. So the x component of A is 3. We're going to multiply that by the x component of B, which is 5. And then we'll add to that the y component of A, which is negative 4, times the y component of B, which is 2. All right, you could use a calculator if you need to, but now we have the dot product of A dot B is 3 times 5 is 15, plus negative 4 times 2 is negative 8, and 15 plus negative 8 is a positive 7, and so the dot product A dot B in this case has a value of 7, which we can find in choice H.